Hip thrusts are a great booty builder. You're going to need something to lean up against, like a bench or a table. Maybe you can put a towel on the edge over so it's not sharp. A couch might work. You're going to put your mid back against the bench just below your shoulder blades. And here's just body weight. You're going to be thrusting your hips up. Boom. The top leg is going to be bent, and you're using that bottom leg to lift and squeeze at the top. Lift all the way so that you can't lift anymore. So you're lifting your pelvis as far up as you can get it, which is engaging the hamstring and that glute. Switch sides here, and I would even hold at the top. Hold top. And notice that my back, you want your back to stay as straight as you can like a board, and you're just pivoting kind of like teeter-tottering, I guess, on the edge of that bench. You don't want to bend your back too much here. And I have my hands on the back of my head. Here's what it would look like with both legs. Notice again that my knees are stacked over my ankles. So you can, mess around with that. Make sure your feet aren't too close to you. They're not too far out either. Now, here's another way to do this to add some resistance, which I would suggest, because you might have to do a million of the other ones with your body weight before you feel the burn. I have a heavy resistance band on, and now I'm pulling up against the band. You put it around just above the knees, and I'm tapping my toe down and then all the way up. Notice as well that my chin is tucked, and I'm coming up so that my body is straight and my back, the top of my back ends up flat on the bench, but I am keeping my chin tucked to my chest. So pulse up and hold. Make sure you squeeze at the top. And the way I get out of this, I just put my arms on the bench, scoot my body up, put my hands on the bench, and scoot my butt up on the bench, and then you're there. So if you want to add weight, a plate is ideal just because it's easier to balance, but a dumbbell totally works fine. Just my dumbbells are huge and round, and so I don't want to mess with them. But you're going to put it in the crease of your hips and your legs, just right there, kind of resting on your pelvic bone area. I'm holding it. Make sure you are pulsing and squeezing, contracting that glute and the hamstring too at the top. Otherwise, the form is the same. My chin is tucked. My back is straight. I'm on the bench about mid-back under my shoulder blades. The knee is stacked over the ankle here, and I'm tapping the front foot down or the top foot down and then pulsing up. Here's what it would look like if you're doing both legs at the same time. I'm lightly holding the weight here because it does balance pretty well. You can see the glute squeeze at the top, hold. You can even take the head all the way back and even just hold that will be hard. That will be hard too, to even just take a static hold there. You might feel it more in your quads if you take the toes up as well. Again, I'm just scooting back so that I can sit my butt up on the bench carefully. Put that away. Okay, here's some hip thrusts with a barbell. And normally you're not going to have this unless you were at the gym or had significant gym equipment. I usually have two 25s on, one on each side, 25-pound plates. But I wanted to show you without them because you couldn't really even see anything if I had them on. So the form here is the same. I do point my toes ever so slightly out towards the sides a little bit, kind of like in a squat. And you hold on to the barbell, and I even help push it straight so that it stays right in the crease of my thighs and my pelvis. And then you're going to hold it, and it's always an exhale on that push up, on the actual thrust up. It's an exhale, so remember that. And carefully to come out of this, you would just stand up with it off of your thighs and slowly lower it down to the ground.